back, you mixed vegetables, and you're listening to All Things Apocalypse with Salad. Now, I'm in the Nether, because I figured you all would want a visual. Yes, a visual. And what isn't better than Minecraft? Now, today we're going to be discussing something you might want to listen to. Food. Now, we all know food is a basic necessity. For all of our people out there that just love food more than life itself, good for you. I hope you're open-minded about food, because in the apocalypse, you're going to want to really get over your picky eating quickly. And for people who go on diets, or people who have specific eating habits, like if you're vegan, or if you're vegetarian, or if you only eat meat, or certain kinds of meat, carbs, grains, and all that, you're going to want to adapt. Because in the apocalypse, you're going to not care about what food you eat. You're going to be striving to just get food at all. So, if you want to be prepared early, you're going to want to stock up on goods. More precisely, canned goods. You can also do the boxed goods like the rice and such, but that's probably not your best bet, but it'll do. You would really want something like a canned food that you can just pop open and eat right then and there. Like rice, I wouldn't suggest eating it dry. Like the mixed rice, the what's it called? The rice-a-roni. Those are freaking good. But you probably don't want to eat it raw. So, yes. You're going to want to stock up on non-perishables. And also, a can opener. Because you never know when you're going to need a can opener. Especially if your cans aren't fancy and don't pop open like the pop cans do. Speaking of pop cans, if you want to be prepared for the apocalypse, you're also going to need to be prepared for your drinks. That might be even harder than food. Caffeine is easy to get addicted to. So, for all the caffeine addicts out there, the apocalypse is going to be kind of hard. Because pop is going to become scarce. Because there isn't enough pop in the world to feed every single caffeine addict in the apocalypse. So, not only are you going to need to make sacrifices with your food, you're going to need to make sacrifices with your drinks too. The best things I would say would be water and anything that is meant to rehydrate you, like Gatorade and Powerade, for example. And things that last long, so, aka, also, water. So, water would be your best bet. So, you might want to stock up on that now. The thing is that during the apocalypse, not only are you going to be worried about the people surrounding you and everybody else's worries, you're going to worry about yourself. So what you want to do is prepare early. You want to go to the store, and even if people look at you crazy, that's okay. Stock up. Now, let me tell you a little story that I told one of my friends about. So, this was when the day that schools had shut down. It was a Thursday. Well, they shut down on a Thursday, and the first day off during the shutdown was a Friday. And my dad and I and my siblings had headed to the store. And it was crazy busy. There's a lady going through the salsa aisle about, probably I'd say in her 60s, maybe her 70s. And she's pacing, she's like walking down the aisle, and she's looking for the salsa. She goes, "Where's the salsa? You can't have life without salsa." And I wanted to go up to her and I wanted to say, "You are right." Because salsa is something that can be preserved for a while. And salsa is something that could tide you over if you ate like half a thing of salsa. Probably wouldn't be good for your stomach, but you'd be surviving, wouldn't you? And that's the thing too, portion sizes. I can say at firsthand that it's hard to differentiate portion sizes. That when you're hungry, you eat till you're not hungry. Well, in the apocalypse, you're going to have to think differently. You're going to only need to eat as much as it takes to give you energy. Not as much as it takes to fulfill your hunger, not as much as it takes in the serving size, as much as it takes to give you energy and to last you till the next meal, because you want to make sure all of your food lasts. And also, here's the kicker. for all of you animal lovers out there, things are going to start to get real. During the apocalypse, who knows what's going to happen to animals? So, you may have to start doing some things you don't want to do. Like hunting, per se. Some people don't like to hunt, and that's alright. And I guess you can survive off of canned goods for a while, but at one point or another, if you really want to keep making sacrifices, you just might need to start hunting, per se. Kind of like Minecraft, I guess. That's why Minecraft was probably the best game for me to choose. Because it kind of depicts the apocalypse. Other than these weird mobs and nether tunnels, but it's the fact that you're stranded alone, without any food, without any shelter, and you need to fend for yourself without dying. And just like the mobs, for example, like these, they are like looters and people during the apocalypse that just want to have some fun and steal, and that in the apocalypse they thrive to do criminal activity, I guess, and that are just like YOLO, all for one and one for all, kind of like Three Musketeers without laws. But like that's what these mobs are. And I guess in a zombie apocalypse they would be like the zombies, except those are skeletons, and that's a wither skeleton. Those guys are bigger than those guys, and they have a sword, and they don't. And I will tell you, in the apocalypse, I don't think chests with saddles, flint and steel, and horse armor are going to appear. But one can hope. But yes, you're going to have to make sacrifices. Like you may have to hunt, and you may need to stray away from the bad guys, who really I couldn't tell you who they would be, because the apocalypse hasn't happened yet. Well, that's all I'm tossing up for you guys today. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of All Things Apocalypse with Salad. Tune in next time for whatever I'm going to talk about next, because if you can already tell, I'm winging it. I hope you're all staying safe and healthy. Tune in next time. Salad out.